I created this example sheet, but this is how the reality is for a lot of our clients. It's a more visual focused way of showing you the compound effect and how advertising is more compounded and linear by nature. So month one, you're obviously not going to see nothing. You have to spend a $4,000. This includes fees, softwares, advertisements, but you're not getting any leads because this is your brand awareness stage. This is where you're starting to kind of show your brand to these avenues, whether it's Google, Facebook, or both. And so you're not going to see anything. Therefore, your revenue is in the negative. In month two, so after 60 days, so by the 60th day, you should have about 20 leads, 4 appointments. You've lost 10, and the other 6 are kind of like in the pipeline and they're not really ready to proceed, but they're, you're unsure. So we put 6 as like the miscellaneous type of customers. So you have 4 appointments, you lost 10 or 10 of them, and 10 of them went cold. You won 1 out of the 4 appointments. 1 from the previous months is 0 because you had 0 from month 1, and therefore your spend was $4,000. Your revenue was $11,000. The average job is $11,000 from all of our clients combined. We've seen clients close jobs upwards of $160,000. So $11,000 for an average cost per job is incredibly conservative. So revenue is $10,000. Your 30-day ROI is 275%. Your total ROI is about 275% for the entirety of the month. So 30-day ROI would be from the leads that come in, and then 1 from previous would include to the total ROI. That's why it's the same. Then we move into month 3. Now the advertisements are getting a lot smarter. The sales process, you're still trying to understand how exactly to kind of coordinate the sales specifically for online leads. So you get 40 leads, so you double your rate in leads. Your appointments become to 13, so your appointment to lead ratio, it's improved, but nothing crazy. You won 1 only still, but you won 1 job from the previous month, so that puts you at 2 jobs. So that's $22,000 because $11,000 is our average job. So now you have $22,000 in revenue. You spent $5,000 because we increased our ad spend by $1,000 or additional expenses occurred elsewhere. Your 30-day ROI is 220% from the leads that came in within the last 30 days. Your total ROI is 440% because you closed 2 deals. 1 from the previous month, right? That ended up closing, and then 1 from the previous 30 days. You see how the compound effect is in full play? Now, month 4, your appointment rates go up to 49 leads. You have 13 appointments still. You're still on the bottleneck of really refining the sales process and getting really good on the phone. You lost 18, you won 5, you won 3 from these last 2 months. And so your total expenses were $6,200. Your revenue was $88,000, right? Because $11,000 per job times 8 is $88,000. Your 30-day ROI is 887%. And your total ROI is 1,419% because you're closing deals from previous months, right? By utilizing the 7-point rule, by making sure that all existing leads keep seeing advertisements, they keep seeing emails, they keep getting texts and phone calls, right? So now the compounding effect is in serious play. Now, month 5, your leads rise up to 52, right? So you're capped at your cost per lead, which is normal. Your appointments go up by a lot now. So you get an extra 6 appointments with only 3 extra leads because you're understanding how to conduct the initial phone calls a lot better. And again, you're just understanding how these prospects work out and what things to say on the initial phone call. Your lost is 31. You won 7 from these existing 52 leads. You won 4 from the last 3 months, and your spend was $7,400. Again, total advertising costs, softwares, etc. And your revenue is $121,000 because you've had a total of 11 closed, 7 and 4, and then $11,000 is your average job. So that comes out to 11,000 times 11. Your 30-day ROI is 1,033%, and your total ROI for the entirety since the last 4 months, well, 5 months, but we didn't get anything from here, is 1,600%. You guys start to understand the importance of a compound effect by utilizing a multi-channel approach. This is important. This is not some sort of diagram that we just put together. This is literally what we do. This is what we actually follow for all of our clients, whether they're consulting or in the home service space. Post lead is more important than acquisition. If you were to talk to any business owner, honestly, getting leads is not really the hard part. It's not. You're a service provider. You're in the business of needs. People need your service, right? So if your targeting is just on point and you know how to find your people, you're good. But it's all about the post lead. It's about what you do post lead. It's about how much value you propose to the clients. Now, I showed you this example, which is all great and all, but let's get into a few examples of our clients. Okay, so this is one of our clients who just started with us about 5-6 weeks ago. They have about, they have about 28 leads. All right, 28 leads for the first month or so. So it's a little bit slow low in terms of their lead rate because they've been with us for about 6 weeks. Typically, our clients see about 50 leads. They're in the Florida market, so it's a little bit more competitive than usual. But as you could see here, they've closed one job for $37,000. Okay, $37,000. This is updated a few days ago, so we need to add. They're spending about $80 a day. So we'll put 160. So we'll put 300. And so you see how that changed to 1,600%. They're on a 1,600% ROI just from closing one job. Even if they were to close one job for $11,000, let's see what it comes out to. 489%, which is more similar to the example that we showed you guys. They closed one job for $37,000. They could go for the next 2 months without closing any jobs, and they'll still be at a net profit considering our management fee as well. $37,000. They got to do that once a month, and they're solid. So this is one of our other clients. I literally cannot scroll to the left because there's addresses and confidential information everywhere. So you can see we're on column G. They have addresses and sensitive information. Don't feel comfortable showing that, of course, but they've collected 167 leads. They've done 495,000 in revenue. They literally just put their revenue statuses here, and they only have been working with us just under 4 months. So total return on investment is 6,000%. And as you can see, that just the jobs are massive, right? We auto calculate the value per close deal, and it's $27,000. So I put it $11,000 because you may be in HVAC or you may be, windows and doors, but you don't really typically take on the full home window replacements. So I say $11,000 an average job as very, very conservative. And realistically, they're about $15,000 to $25,000 for the average job. So this is another client. They have gotten 82 leads. They've been working with us for about 9 weeks. They're in the home renovation space. As you can see, our campaign names, we have inspiration based, before and afters, bathroom, all offer focus, kitchen focus. This is what it takes to see success, is aptitude of testing. So they've gotten about 83 leads. Or 82, sorry, because the first two rows are not leads. And then they closed one job for $165,000, which was 2 full floors of complete home renovation. They spent only $1,950. Again, this is we update these every week, so this is about $2,200. So even if we put $2,300, they're still at a net ROI of 7,100%, a value per lead of $2,000, and a value per closed deal of $165,000, because this is one giant job. So some of our clients, they see a lot of $10,000 to $20,000 jobs, and they're happy closing 5 to 10 deals a month. Or some of our clients are 30, 40, 50, obviously $160,000 per job, and they're happy to close one of these every 2 months. And the end goal is to be at a net profit, but it's important that you're utilizing the 7-point rule. So it's different from just collecting a lead, but following up with the lead with different angles and different approaches, so that way when you call them, they know exactly who you are, they're familiar with your offering, and they're ready to do business with you because they've seen you so many times. It's where you win the game of marketing. All right, so I hope you guys found this video valuable. If you guys have any video suggestions, just put in the comments below, and I'm more than happy to make videos on your recommendations. If you have any questions or you'd like to schedule a call with my team, there's a link in the description below where you can chat with me or one of my colleagues personally one-on-one, where we could build a roadmap for your business, whether it's putting you on Google, whether it's putting you on Facebook, or providing you with a multi-channel approach based off your budgeting and service area. We really need to understand what your goals are. So if you want, schedule a call now. We have some openings for the next 3 days, and we will talk to you soon.